What's going on, guys? It's Illusion here, back with another build tutorial on NBA 2K22 Next Gen. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the best big man center build for Pro-Am, Rec, and even the 1v1 matchmaking mode. The build I'll be showing you guys could also fit in the park, but I know a lot of people like to stretch the floor with twos and stuff like that. But this build will not have any three-point shooting at all, so just remember that. There's a few different versions of this build I'll be showing you guys. It just depends on what you want in the build. Some versions will be able to unlock more contact dunk packages than others, so I'll be showing you guys a few different ones, and you can decide based off what you want. Alright guys, so for the first build, this is going to be strictly off stats. This one will not get you any dunk packages at all. No elite big man contact dunks, no alley-oop dunk packages. This will be just strictly stats. So if you don't care for dunk packages, go with this one. So this one we're going to max the height, max the weight, and max the wingspan. And body shape, I'm going to go with Burley on this one. So stats, I'm going to go a 99 close shot, 99 standing dunk, and a 99 post control. Mid-range, we're going to max out at a 79, and free throw, we're going to bring up to an 81. So this build will not be limited. You know, you'll be able to finish inside great, but you're also going to have a good mid-range and a good post fade, and even when you're playing Rec and Proam 5s, you'll be able to make your free throws when you're fouled. Now, playmaking, I wanted to get a good pass accuracy so I can get something like break starter, but it just pass accuracy takes so many points, and I just wasn't able to fit it. So unfortunately, I had to leave playmaking blank. Defensively, we're going to max out the interior defense. We're going to bring the steal up to a 60, which is just maxed out. Max out the block and both rebounding, of course. Speed, I'm going to put to a 40. Acceleration, 34, which is one under the max. Going to max out the strength at a 99. Vertical, you can't touch. And stamina is going to be maxed out at an 87. Alright guys, so when you do that, this build will bring you to 29 finishing, 11 shooting, unfortunately 0 playmaking, and 40 defensive badges. That'll bring you to 80 flat. Like I said, this build is not bad at all, even though you don't get any of the contact dunk packages or any dunk packages like that. You won't even be able to get like NBA players like Shaq or Dwight Howard. You can't even get those. So this is just strictly stats, no packages. And the build is still great. You obviously can finish inside, really great. You have a lot of badge points to be able to do that. You can stretch the floor and hit the mid-range. You don't always have to shoot threes. You'll be able to shoot mid-ranges just fine, and even post fades. And when you're playing, Pro-Am 5s or Rec, you can hit your free throws easily. Defensively, you're going to be the biggest player on the court, so you'll be able to grab a lot of rebounds, block shots, and you'll be just fine there. Okay, so for the next version I'll be showing you guys, this build will allow you to get the base level of big man contact dunks. So this is the only one you can get on this build. The last one you couldn't get any, this one you can get the first level. So height, we're going to bring down just 1 inch to 7'2". And you have to change from Burley so you can bring the weight down. If you actually leave that Burley, you can't go under 275. So, I'm going to put it down to built, and we're going to bring the weight all the way down to 251. Wingspan, you're going to keep maxed out. Alright, so like I said, this version will allow you to get the first level of big man contact dunks. So let's do the stats. 99 close shot. I'm going to bring the driving layup up to a 45, and driving dunk is going to be a 65. Standing dunk maxed out, and post control maxed out. Same thing with the mid range, we're going to max out again, so it's going to stay the same at a 79, and free throw will be the same at an 81. Again, can't touch playmaking, it just takes too many points. I really wish I can get something like break starter, but I just can't do it on this build. Rebounding and defense, we're going to max out the interior defense, we're going to max out the steal, we're going to bring the steal to a 60, max out the block at a 99, and max out both rebounding. Speed, we're going to bring up to a 57, and bring acceleration up to a 53. Max out the strength. Vertically, you have to get to a 65 to unlock the base level of the contact dunk, so that's why we had to bring the height down. And stamina, we're going to max out at a 95. And again, this one is very similar to the last one. You'll have 80 badge points total, 30 finishing, 10 shooting, and 40 defensive badges. The stats are even a lot similar. You're still going to be great in the paint. You have the same exact mid-range, same exact free throw. The defensive stats are the same. But with this one, you just get the 65 vertical, which is what you need for the first, the base level of contact dunks. So that's why I had to lower the height. If you prioritize, the animations and the dunk packages, I would say go with this one over the last one. But the next one I'm going to be showing you guys actually will allow you to get all 3 of the big man dunk packages. So let's get into that one right now. Alright guys, so like I said, this one's going to allow you to get the pro standing bigs dunk packages, the elite ones, and even the big man contact alley-oops. So this one, you have to bring the height down to 7 foot, And the weight, we're going to bring down 10 pounds to 241. Keep the wingspan maxed out, and body shape is whatever you want. I'm just going to go with built because it's the biggest. Alright, so the stats here, 99 shot close. Driving layup is going to be all the way up to a 77, and driving dunk is going to be maxed out at a 75. Standing dunk, you're going to max out at a 99, and post control, I'm not going to max it out. I'm going to leave it at a 95. If you want to max it out, you can play around and get the extra 5, but I didn't feel like it was necessary. Mid-range is going to be maxed out at an 80, so it's 1 higher than the previous 2 builds. And free throw is going to be a little higher at an 83. Again, playmaking, couldn't upgrade it. It's just the way it is. Defense and rebounding, we're going to max out interior defense. We're going to bring the steal up to a 57. And then we're going to max out block and both reboundings, like always. Speed, I'm going to bring up to a 65. Acceleration, 61. Strength, I'm going to max out at an 83. Vertically, you need it maxed, or not maxed, you need it at a 75. That will allow you to get all the dunk packages, so that's why we had to bring the height down to 7 foot. And stamina, I'm just going to max it out at a 96. Okay, so this one actually has a little more badge points. The previous 2 had 80, this one gives you 82 total, 33 finishing, 11 shooting, and 38 defensive badges. Like I said, this one is going to allow you to get the 3, the 3 dunk packages, the regulars, the elite, and then the big man alley-oops. Again, the stats are very similar. You're going to be great finishing. You can have a driving dunk and a driving layup, which you didn't have in the previous 2. You have a little better mid-range and free throw, so you'll be good with stretching the floor for the middies. And, the post fade, you'll be fine. And defensively, it's exactly the same. And even at the physicals, you're actually pretty fast for a center. 65 speed, 61 acceleration. Your strength is a little lower just because, the height and weight's lower. And you have a 75 vertical, and vertical actually helps with, like jumping for rebounds and blocks, so that'll actually help you a lot. So if you prioritize and you really want, those animations, those dunk packages, I would say go with this one. Obviously, the height is a little lower, but I don't think you'll suffer at all. You have that vertical, which will help you with rebounding, which will make up for the height difference. And, on these 3 versions of the build, you're not limited to just dunking and finishing around the basket. You have a great mid-range, post play, you'll be great for 1v1s, post hooks. You get the post badge, post specialist. You can get a purple. You can get the post, the post fade one. So these builds aren't limited. I didn't want to make a limited center builds. Obviously you can't shoot 3s, but not every big man build needs to shoot 3s. Like I said, playmaking, I wanted to be able to get break starter, but it just didn't fit with everything else. The build is different this year, and I just couldn't fit that. But everything else is great. And again, guys, you just pick whatever version you want, based off what you want in your build. If you want to get all the dunk packages, I would say go with this one. If you just want, the base regular one, you can go with the middle build I showed you. Like I said, just the 1 contact dunk. If you don't care for any of that and you just want to be the biggest, the biggest player on the court, go with the first build. It's just strictly stats, and all the stats are similar, like I said. The only difference in these are really just the contact dunk packages and which ones you can unlock. So quickly before we end the video, I'm going to be showing you guys the takeovers. All the big man takeovers are really good. If you prioritize, like, you want to be offense and playing the post a lot, I'll go with power back downs or post shot daggers. Those are probably the best 2. But other than that, if you just want to be, rebounding and defense, I'll go with box out wall as primary, and secondary, I would go with the paint intimidation. But again, once you get the mom mentality badge, you can change it and you can play around it and see which ones are, the best for you and best for your playstyle. Okay, that's gonna do it for the video. Again, just pick whatever version of the build you want to. You don't always have to make the same builds as everyone else. If you guys like me doing builds like this and showing you, different versions to unlock, certain dunk packages or drill moves, let me know. I could do more of those. Let me know what position or what playstyle you guys want to see next, and I can work on that and try to find the best build possible for that. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.